Hello, this is Nicole Whitlock with the eCom Sellers podcast. And I have with me my awesome, my amazing co host on this journey.
Kelly, the eCom Mom Ward.
All right, Kelly, I'm so glad to see you. So, Kelly and I come to you every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to talk with you about e commerce news, tips, and more. We hope that you'll come back and join us every Monday at the same time. And please share this out, share it with a friend. If you're interested in staying on top of what's happening in the e commerce space, we talk about all things and everything e commerce related. So, well, at least we try to. So, with that being said, Kelly, how is your day going?
Oh, it's just been crazy. Just doing the normal stuff. It's beginning of March, so if you haven't already, I just used mine last week. I used my eBay supplies coupon, and
Okay.
they came fast. I mean, they were there, shipped. They arrived within the next couple of days. I need some more of the medium size padded bubble mailers.
Mm-hmm.
I have plain ones. But I try to use those only for my other sites I sell on. And I
Mm-hmm.
like to use the eBay. Try to use. I don't want to use the eBay ones on my Mercari sales or you know.
Yeah.
So I have
Okay.
those came in and just it's gearing up to the end of getting close to spring break. That's coming up. I got some birthdays coming up this month in my house, so have to decide on what kind of cakes they want. And
Well, we are in the middle of spring break right now. Um, so my kids are home and I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to do what we're going to do. We were at the storage unit yesterday, and so trying to reorganize some stuff, consolidate, and get some stuff out, get more stuff listed. So during spring break, my hope, my prayer, my wish, fingers crossed, that my kids will help with getting more listings up. So maybe we'll be able to double our listings this week, which will be good. And right now, my son is downstairs standing in the front door because we got to repaint the front door. Nothing like being in an HOA. They always have something to say. Anyway, and I just rhymed. I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, um, and this was a very active week last week. So Nicholas had, let's see, he was in Special Olympics basketball. He got a gold medal. So I have this. It is heavy. I can't believe how heavy this thing is. Like it is heavy, heavy. Yes. So he got a gold medal. I don't know. It's getting the glare or whatever. But anyway, so I'm excited for him as well. See, Kelly knows the sign for yay celebration. Um, and then Tony was in the track meet, and he came in fifth place, but that's okay. We're working on him. So this summer, that's going to be one of our things is to focus on getting him a track coach to help him with his skills, develop his skills more. And then Nicholas went to a dance. He went to a dance for the first time ever. First time ever. And of course, the suit when he got home, like I went with him and came back. And of course, it's got everything under the sun on it, from cupcake cream stuff to, to popcorn to everything else. But he had a great time, and then I took him out to celebrate for breakfast because he doesn't get to do the traditional go out on like the dance night dates. So there's no going to the dinner or we're in the putting the corsage on the girl and all that other stuff. Maybe one day, I hope so. Maybe you never know. So anyway, you never know. So anyway, I'm excited for him. But yes, Nicholas in Special Olympics. I'm so proud of him. So it's been really busy. We have a full week ahead of us with inventory and stuff with the business. So Kelly and I are going to get on with it. What are you having for dinner? Nicholas and I are cooking tonight, so we're cooking.
we're going to do Asian tonight. I love to shop at Aldi, and I follow Aldi webs Facebook group, and they talk about a lot of times they talk about different recipes, and someone they talk about this honey battered chicken pieces and making it to like a sweet and sour dinner. So I'm going to air fry those chicken pieces, and cook up some rice and have some sweet and sour sauce and some stir fry vegetables. And Also have some egg rolls. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do those in the either in the air fryer. If not, I'll just shove them in the oven or something. However the package says to cook them,
Yeah.
And got some sweet and sour sauce to go with that. So just a little different, Try to figure out something different to eat besides the normal same old,
There you go. Well, I went to the store, and so I got the boys are going to be having hamburgers this week since they're at home. But I was like, okay, let's just have something healthy. So we're going to make our cabbage. I don't know what you want to call this. It's not your typical cabbage because it's a meal. Like I put everything under the sun in my cabbage. So it's got everything from bell peppers to sweet potatoes to I do greens with kale, with cabbage, with red cabbage, and then and white cabbage, and then you put some carrot strips in there. Like we have a little bit of everything, including brown rice. So it is a meal, and it's not and bacon bits. So it's a meal, and not a this is just some cabbage. So that way they can have that for dinner as well. So we'll see how they do this spring break, and then at the end of spring break, I get to work on taxes, and more taxes. I'm not looking forward to that. Trust me. Yeah, so that's my big thing is to get through the week with doubling my listings and for the week and working on taxes, getting ready for taxes. So we'll see which one wins. One of them is going to win and one of them may not win. So we'll see. We'll see. In any case, so Kelly, let's get on with the news. Let's share what you know about the news. And I'm going to try to log in because I did not log in before we got started. So let me go find the news info on my side.
Okay, I will start with eBay. eBay's having their virtual seller conference, which usually like their eBay Open. Before COVID happened, they're having eBay Open like in Las Vegas, and everyone to Las Vegas, and it sounded like lots of fun. But I never got a chance to get there. But their virtual seller conference will be in September. It'll be a 3-day event. It'll be online only. When it gets closer, they'll send like a sign up for you to sign up to be able to attend. And a lot of times, if you're an early sign up, they gave away like eBay swag and stuff. So look out for that. But it'll take place the week of September 19th. But this week, if you haven't seen it already in your email, you might want to check on eBay in the sellers area. They're having a seller check-in, which is kind of like a little mini, check-in with the sellers on March 10th from 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But registration is required. I've seen a couple emails in mine. Unfortunately, I'll be working my nursing job that day, so I won't be able to attend. But if you're able to, register so you can, put your feedback about what you think about selling on eBay, because they want to list. They want to hear from the sellers. And one of the things that people are worried about is the latest eBay coupon that they have right now has been driving sales to brands away from a lot of sellers, because the coupon is for certified refurbished items and only, and you have to be a approved certified refurbished seller on eBay, which means you had to go through all these checks and balances and be okayed by eBay. And most of those certified refurbished people are from brand names.
Okay.
So a lot of sellers are not happy about that coupon because it's, seems to be driving more traffic towards the bigger brands that are selling on eBay. Amazon will change how it will notify sellers of buyers canceling orders. Like if it's a merchant fulfilled order, they're going to change if the buyer decides to cancel, instead of it coming through your messages. It's going to be it will appear in a banner on your manage orders page. That's how you'll be notified. So that will start April 27th of this year is when they're going to start doing that. So if you maybe use someone else to send out your shipping, you might have to figure out how that's going to work. Especially you don't want to be sending out stuff that someone's canceled and then it gets shipped out and they don't ever send it back, or it gets lost. Also, Amazon's will be enticing new sellers with up to 50K in incentives. New professional sellers who this includes new professional sellers who listed their first product on or after January 1st of this year. And it includes like credits for shipping items into Amazon FBA, credits for Amazon Vine. It's not like real monetary. We're going to send you $5,000 to start your business. No, it's credits on the website for like advertising and such for your new products. But it's something to look into for new sellers. Alibaba. Alibaba's having their March Expo right now. It's online. They also have live product demos on their site. You can click to view live streams or replay them on the Alibaba website. So if maybe you're looking for a new private label item to do, that could be something to look at. And you can actually see the item and how it works before you decide to, sell it or not.
Okay.
And that's really all the news that I found. So.
Okay. All right. Well, once you mentioned Alibaba, I was thinking about a couple of things. So I do have a couple of things. I'm trying to find those two sites. One of them, of course, has to do with the Canton Fair, and then we have India Fair 2022. I'm trying to pull those up. Let's see. See if I can get these dates right. Probably not going to find the right one. So I will go ahead and just share. Oh, okay. My screen. Took me a minute. Let me just share my screen. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm already sharing my screen in the background. I just have to bring it forward. Okay. Let me do that. So funny. I forget that I can do that. All right. So a couple of things. So the first thing is I thought this was interesting and insightful. So Amazon is closing its physical bookstores. So remember when they opened up all these stores? So they only have 68 of them, and they're actually closing them, which I thought that was pretty interesting, that they're closing those. There was another article. Let me see if I can find it real quick on Teams. There it is. Okay, so I did have it open. So, whoops. 60% of teens want to launch their own businesses instead of working a regular job. Now, this I thought was awesome. First of all, teaching kids to be their own business owners and running their own business. That is always good news. So this is on CNBC. And I thought it was very insightful because of the fact they said 1,000 teens surveyed between the ages of 13 and 17. This was conducted in December that they want to open their own business. So, I just think that is awesome and a great opportunity to get kids learning how to make money on their own. So if they don't want to work for somebody for the rest of their life, that they can run their own business and do their own thing. So
yeah, I could see that could be good, but I'm looking of it both ways. Like, it's good, it's just teaching about business, but also having a job will also teach them how to track their time better and, learn that responsibility. It's like I'm seeing both ways. I'm like, maybe they need that little bit of having a job for just a little
bit. Yeah.
Learn.
They got to learn time management. They've got to learn regulation, meaning learning how. I mean, some of that time management they hopefully are learning in high school. I don't know. I feel like my high schooler is not quite learning time management yet. So we're working on some activities to teach him time management. But yeah, they do have to learn how to regulate their time, manage their time. They also have to learn how to be disciplined to do things. And again, some of that you will learn in high school, some of it you won't. And so if you can be disciplined and routine about different things, then you might make an awesome entrepreneur. Um, and I know there always be positions that need to be filled. So just a heads up for everybody this
Yeah.
summer as we go into the summer. You start going to different restaurants where normally teens are filling those positions or grocery stores or whatever, and you don't see as many kids working jobs this summer. It could be that a lot of them are trying to figure out how to be entrepreneurs. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not, like, some of them will be entrepreneurs and will start their own lawn business and be out, mowing lawns or, you know, cleaning up shingles or doing whatever they're going to be doing. I think it's awesome. Whatever they decide to do, there will be some manual labor possibly involved in it, and someone will create online businesses. Who knows? I just think it's interesting. So, okay. And then the article, sorry for about Amazon closing its bookstores, is in CNN. So you can go and check that out. Then in Market Pulse, I know Kelly looks at e-commerce bites. So in Market Pulse, I was pulling up 3 articles. So one of them is Shopify is now 50% as large as Amazon's marketplace. That is a big deal. That's a big deal. Surpassing 54 billion. So I think that is very interesting. The Shopify is now or close to 50%. So that means, again, there's an opportunity for those of you that don't have Shopify stores. I mean, just look, you can come check, you can sign up for our mastery. Shopify, create a Shopify store. You probably have some products that you could create on Shopify if you don't want to sell on the other platforms anymore. The next one is Target is not scaling its marketplace. So if you don't know, most of the stores have their own marketplaces. Like, if you can learn how to sell on Target.com. You can learn how to sell on HomeDepot.com, Lowe's.com. When I first learned how to sell on other platforms, I learned on eBay, but I also learned about Sears.com and putting your products on Sears.com. So there's different marketplaces that are available, and they are saying that they're not scaling it. So in 3 years, the marketplace has grown to 450 sellers, according to the marketplace Pulse. And so they've added 180 new sellers. So clearly they don't have as many sellers as they do. And the marketplace has over 250,000 products with 450 sellers. So these guys must be crushing it. Whoever they are clearly crushing it. So that's interesting to know and interesting to find, but they're not planning on scaling it. So
yeah, it sounds like they're very choosy about who they allow to be on their site.
Correct. And I'd agree with that. And then 60,000 Amazon sellers exceed $1 million in sales. So there's a lot of sellers that are on Amazon. And of those, there's only a million. There's only a handful, 60,000 that have exceeded $1 million in sales on Amazon in 2021. So that's in 2021. If you've been selling for a while, like, your cumulative sales may actually equal a million. But again, in 2021, 60,000. So that looks like, I mean, if you look at the numbers year over year, you see what it's tracking, the number of sellers and their annual sales. Like, this is very interesting data to see. So at least it looks like 350,000 hit 100,000 in sales, I guess. And 50 hit $100 million in sales on Amazon. That's a lot. That is a lot. All right. So the Canton Fair is coming up, we think. We'll see. For those of you that want to go to China, like to go to China, just sharing with you the dates based on what we know so far, that right now the tentative dates are April the 15th through the 19th. And then I will find out about the India Fair. I feel like that's happening now, but maybe it's later. So be aware of that if you decide to go. I know there's a couple of groups that are going to different, like, some people are going to China, some people are going to Mexico. So there's a Mexico trip to go source inventory. Some people are doing I know that there's an India trip later on this year with the India sourcing network, and they're going to be going to India. So if you feel like this is your year that you're ready to go to another country to find your ideal products and to sell them, these are the events that you probably want to go check out. So with that, go ahead, Kelly. What are you gonna say?
Like, they're going all the way to China and India, and I'm like, I barely go down to the next city to go source inventory.
Let me just say this. I feel like right now there is a lot of inventory that's in the US, especially with the liquidations. Like I feel like this is the year for liquidation. This year and next year are going to be the year for liquidation. So I don't think you need to go anywhere. I'm just going to be honest. Because again, if you look at what the liquidation stats were for online returns and what it became this year, it's ridiculous. The percentage, the jump in the percentage. So that means that they have, 3 times or 4 times the amount of returns that they've had historically. And that means all those stores that have those returns are sending them to liquidators to deal with them, which means liquidators have a boatload of inventory that they can push off to third-party sellers. So I just feel like if you want to go to another country, that's awesome. But if you want to find a variety of inventory, I feel like liquidators may be it. And maybe we'll talk about that next week. I don't know. We'll get into it. I know I talked about it on a previous summit, so we'll see. All right. So with that being said, we're going to give you some e-commerce tips. I hope that news was helpful for you. I hope there's something in there that, for you, and we'll bring you some more news next week. There's always news. There's lots of news. We kind of gloss over some of the top stories or some of the stories we feel like it might be helpful to you. So we're going to talk about 8 tips for creating a good listing on eBay. All right. So Kelly and I are going to tag team. Do you want to start first, Kelly? You want me to go? Which one do you want to do?
Sure, I'll start first.
All right. So the first one.
Before you start, you do your keyword research. So you kind of have to take your item. I usually look at what other sellers have written for keywords. Especially I look at solds to see, find keywords that I might not have thought of to go with that item, to help. Because I like to use the ones that sold, because I know, hey, it sold. That means the customer was able to find it using those words. You can use keyword tools sites to help you with keywords, but for me, I just usually just look at sold listing titles to make sure that when I can fill out as much characters in my titles as needed. Try to use all 80. I'm not going to use words in there that people aren't going to type in. I'm not going to use look, rare, or unless it's something that's maybe really rare but that's rarely ever used. I want to use searchable words, not squiggly lines and look at this, and because that's not going to help you in your search. You want to use words that customers are using. They're not going to be looking for look at this,
Absolutely. I agree with Kelly. Also, you're just doing some research on what other listings. When she says she went to sold listings, be inspired by the information that's in sold listings. Maybe there is something there that you can use to build your listing. So I think that is a great tip. That's a golden tip. All right. So think like a customer. So when you're thinking about creating this listing, for some of the products that you sell, not all of them, there is going to be some level of emotion. It could be any of the 5 senses that are going to be tied to this product in some kind of way. It could be something that's going to actually impact that person's life in a positive way. So, if you're selling things like maybe you're selling things to repair a laptop, then that's one thing. And so when that person buys that part from you, there isn't probably a major emotion that's associated with it. They're just maybe happy and joyous to be able to have that laptop working again. So maybe you put that in there and say, okay, we're selling this, blah, blah, blah. And if you're having problems with your keyboard, then this will help you restore your laptop back to new condition or something like that. Think like a customer, how it may change the customer's life, how it's going to impact them, how they will feel once they receive the item or use the item. and how is that going to change their life or impact their life in a positive way. Again, not all the products that you sell on eBay are going to have that emotion tied to it, but some of them will. And so take the opportunity to think like a customer. How would that customer feel when they use or receive your product? How will it impact their lives, positive or what? Okay.
Optimize your title, like I was saying before. Make sure you use all 80 characters. Um, don't be putting words on and emojis that, because no one searches with a smiley face or, or arrows or blinking things. I don't know if they have that anymore, but use those 80 characters smartly. You know, don't and don't put a lot of commas and everything, because when eBay searches, when the computer searches, it searches the words together. But if you put a comma in there, it breaks it up. So if you put, I don't know, the author's first name, last name, and in the book, but you say you put the author's first name, comma, and then last, well, just go by the first name. So it might be looking up Bob, and all it looks up is Bob and not the whole book's name and everything else. So make sure you don't need to put the punctuation in there unless it's like part of the band's name, a band's name or something. You want to, but if it's set, say it's a 1970s, you put 70s, and instead of putting apostrophe, you just put 70s, so to make it searchable better for the computer.
All right. There you go. I agree with Kelly. There are opportunities, using all of your characters, what she said on the first session, or the first item, but putting as many descriptive or use words, search terms in there, that's going to help you when you create your listing or your title. The next one is creating a customer focused description, detailed description. Now, again, that's going to depend on what it is that you're selling. Sometimes that may or may not be relevant, but for some things that you need, you may need a more detailed description. So there's always an opportunity, even if you're selling like WD-40, to put a good description in there. So we want to encourage you to make sure you're thinking about the customer, how the customer might use this thing, how this thing may, again, what I mentioned before, how it may impact their life in a positive or negative way. Maybe they've been searching for something like this. So again, if it's rare, if it's unusual, if it's different, even if it's a part, even if it's something that's used, there's some level of the description that you need to include. You also need to include, make sure you have sizes, colors, dimensions, things like that are going to be helpful for them to know. If there's anything that's got a scratch on it, you need to include that information, or a tear or a rip or a mark. Make sure you include all of that helpful information so that they can make the best possible decision when it comes to the product that you're trying to sell.
Yeah, I agree with that. And, but make it short and sweet. Kiss it, keep it simple, because you don't want to write 3 pages about this item that you're selling for $15. You want to make sure
No.
that you're using your time wisely. Make
Yes.
short bullet points. This is what it is. Here's any flaws. This is what the size is, and leave it at that. Don't spend too much time on something. You want to make sure that you are getting your items listed quickly, but you want to make sure that you do have a short detail, and you don't want to put your customer asleep with they reading their description.
A book. Yeah, depends on what you're selling. So yeah, make sure you're not putting in a book for sure.
Take high quality photos. Yes, make sure you have a white, or I know most places say white, but like if it's something that's all white, I do a background. I do a lot of coffee mugs, and so a lot of them are white. So I do them use a black background, which is basically I have a poster board. It's black, and I put it behind the item and uh, do that. I use a background remover, and eBay has one. It's not great because it'll take out some of the item. So I use Photo Room is what I use. I use the free version. You could buy the not you could pay for the upgrade and not have the watermark on it. But that's up to you. It's easy to use. I do lots of clothes, and sometimes you have like T-shirts and it has like a really cool back and a plain front. So sometimes you might want to even try to do collage where you have a couple pictures because that might your picture, someone else has the same shirt, but you have the picture of the front and back in as your head as your item picture in the front, and that might grab your customer. So you have to make sure good lighting. You have a nice, not a busy background, black, white, or some people like to do the little wood looking, just to look different. So, and now make sure that their camera is not blurred and fingers in the way and
Yeah. Clean the lens on your camera. If you're using your phone, make sure the lens is cleaned on that. There's nothing like going, what is this hazy kind of picture? It's like it's very hazy here. Yeah, definitely. And there's those backdrops, depending on what you're selling. Like there's backdrops that you can buy that you can hang and take the pictures of the items in front of that as well. And again, if you're selling things that are either broken, torn, ripped, whatever, make sure that you take pictures to indicate where there is a scratch or whatever so that it is part of the listing. So that when a person receives it, even though you put it in the words, you also have a picture of it. And fill in as many of your pictures as possible. Having more than 3 pictures is good. If you only got 1 picture, there's some data around the more pictures you have on eBay for a specific item, the higher the chances that item will move a little bit faster. So take the opportunity, take the front, back, and sides and all of that fun stuff and point out any issues.
Like I listed a CD today. I took 5 pictures, front, back, inside, and then the front and back of the actual CD. So, yeah, I took 5 pictures for a CD.
There you go. So yeah, take the pictures. More is better than less. So, all right. So price your product correctly. I've always had the philosophy, my price is my price. But I did do some research. So back on number 1, okay, do some research. Not only are we doing keyword research, but we're also doing some product research to figure out what is this thing selling for. And, I'm not going to list something for $2,000 when it clearly only sells for I don't know, 10. So make sure you list $10, not 10,000. So make sure you price your product realistically and wisely and right. If you have to do some research, like rare things where you have to go do some deep research and you've got some level of authentication that would justify the price, then that makes sense. But if you're just randomly saying, okay, well, everybody is selling, I don't know, this, I'm trying to think of something. This water bottle. Everyone is selling the same water bottle, and the price range for the water bottle is anywhere from $10 to $20, but you decide you want to list it for $50. There has to be a justification for listing it for $50. I don't know what you're trying to do there, but make sure you have a justification as to why there's a need for your price to be way off in left field when it's just a water bottle. Okay?
And don't be the tank it to the bottom. I know people want to sell their stuff quickly, but if everyone's selling it, if it's selling consistently at $15, don't be the one to put it down to 10
or 5. Yeah.
Don't tank the price. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that. Makes it hard.
Know your shipping specifics. I can't say that word.
Specifics.
Or how? Yeah. Okay, so when I'm listing an item, I make sure I measure that item, or if it's going to be folded up like a piece of clothes, about how big it's going to be, so I can figure out which with how what I'm going to ship it in. Is it going to need a box? Can it go in a poly mailer? Does it need a bubble mailer? And what size of bubble mailer do I think I'm going to use? And then I weigh it before before I put it in the mailer, because I know about a mailer add 1 or 2 ounces more. A box at about 3 or 4 ounces more, depending, maybe about, if it has to be a really big box, then it could be up to a half pound more. You learn as you go along to about what the added cost of shipping will be for your boxes, and if you're going to need bubble wrap or any other filler to ship something. Also, you have to know what company you plan to use. Something that's bigger than a 12 by 12 by 12 and is kind of a little bit heavier, you might be looking at FedEx or UPS, because they have a better shipping rate than the post office at that larger size. And I see people coming into the post office with these huge boxes, and and they're going through the line. I'm like, oh Lord, people, you need to go check FedEx or UPS, just see what the price difference is, because they could save you $10-15 on shipping right there, just using the other company. So, and also if you plan to do free shipping, then you have to build that shipping amount into your price of your item.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're going to do calculated shipping, so you have to have that, what your final shipping weight would be. Or are you just going to do like a flat rate? Say, I'm going to charge $4.99 for anything that's under a pound. I'm going to charge this amount for, over a pound. So, and then you can build out your shipping policies on eBay to go with that. And also, do you plan to do international shipping? Are you going to use the global shipping program or the eBay shipping international, or are you going to ship it international yourself? So that's all a bunch of different things you have to think about when you're shipping. It's like, oh, it's just easy, just throw in the box and out it goes. But
no,
there's a lot more to shipping. I could talk all day on shipping. So
Kelly knows a lot about shipping, guys. So when she talks about shipping, she's like E.F. Hutton. When she talks, you should listen. So she does know a lot about shipping. She taught me everything I know about shipping. So I'm just going to keep it 100. I'm not even going to fake it. So, and she has done several of our sessions, even when we were part of No Excuses, which was the previous group that we were part of, to talk about shipping. So yeah, she's passionate about shipping, and she's done a lot of extensive research on shipping. So I would tell you the other person on our team that knows a lot about shipping is Renata. Renata knows a lot about shipping, and so does Tony. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm ignorant to shipping. I know enough. I know enough. So, I mean, I do know a lot. I don't give myself enough credit, but the point is that she does know what she's talking about when it comes to shipping. So I just want to encourage you guys to, think about some of the stuff that Kelly said. Go back and listen to this again, and use it to your advantage. All right. The next one is populate your item specifics whenever possible. Definitely do that. If there are item specifics, if you want to get more lookers on your particular listing, if you want to get more people buying your specific product or get more eyeballs on your product, then, populate the item specifics if that is applicable to the item that you have to be selling. That's going to be stuff like brands, what is the material made of, color, that kind of stuff. That's going to be helpful in eBay, helping your item to be visible or to be seen. So, yeah, make sure you populate that stuff. It's also, I know that over time, like when you create listings with eBay, they'll tell you like you have this item needs item specifics, whatever you happen to be selling. Or item specifics are missing, or you have, 6 item specifics need to be populated, whatever it is. I forget all the lovely messages you get about item specifics. But there's also a report that's on eBay that'll tell you what's happening with your listings. And, one of the things that the reason why you might not be getting a lot of views is because you don't have item specifics populated. So if you want to get more views, if you want eBay to show it more often, having the information in there when it makes sense is helpful to you in your listing. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Kelly?
Usually when I'm looking to list an item, I will find that same item that's already been sold and just click sell one like this. And a lot of times all that stuff is already filled out. I just kind of scan through, double check it. So then that makes it a whole lot easier. I don't have to add that on myself. Someone else has already done that work. So
Mm-hmm.
I just changed, like it might be the same t-shirt as that one, but that one's a 2XL and mine's just an XL. So I might just have to change out the size, in the size area, but
Mm-hmm.
everything else looks, kosher. So I just
Yeah,
save myself some time that way.
there you go. All right. So with that being said, I hope that was helpful for you. Hope you use that information to help you create better listings in your business. So the next thing I just want to bring up is a couple of things. One, we do have a workshop that's coming up on your back office with Amazon, eBay, Walmart, Shopify. It's a two-part series, so we're covering part two this week. And if you want some more insight into the things that you can find in your back office, definitely sign up for the workshop. You can go to bit.ly/back office work. So back office work, capital B, capital O, capital W, and sign up for the two-part series so you can go over the stuff that's in your back office. So that's where you go and register. We also want to let you know that we do have the eBay Mastery Workshop that's coming up on April the 16th. It's your opportunity to master eBay, to get more sales, to get more traffic, to get more traction on eBay. This is one of those courses that our lovely buddy Norman used to teach. He used to talk about eBay all the time, and huge fan of Norman. So I'll be teaching it this time around. But it's another opportunity for you to get better at selling on eBay, to improve what's happening in your business on eBay. Maybe you were selling on eBay and you're ready to come back. And so, I've been selling a lot on eBay. I have a team that's in India that works on my eBay listings, and it's an opportunity for you to increase your eBay sales, to maybe help you steady or get more consistent sales overall. So if you're selling on the other platforms, give eBay a try. Watch out for our workshop because we would love to be able to help you on your eBay journey. Whatever your goal, your target is to get to, we want to be able to help you with that. If you didn't catch the eCom Sellers Summit, it was an awesome summit. We had originally 22 speakers. We lost one, then we got another one. So we had 23 total speakers. We had 27 sessions, or 28. I can't remember the total number. But I will say this. We had the two surprise speakers that we had at the end on day 4 were totally awesome. There's still a chance for you to grab the all access pass. The price has gone up, but we really would love to be able to help you on your e-commerce journey. Since it's early in the year, you still have time to make adjustments and shift what you're doing in your business so that you can grow it. So grab the all access pass, the recordings to all the speaker sessions, plus the speaker bonuses. And those speaker bonuses, we have over 27 bonuses that the speakers were giving out, which is totally awesome. And we are grateful for them. You can go to www.ecomsellersummit.com right now to grab those recordings and take advantage of that. We also want to encourage you to grab the My Ecom Planner. Like, seriously, if you are trying to get more organized, more structured, be more consistent in your business, and you're struggling, you're disorganized, this may be an opportunity for you to get organized. Some people like planners, some people don't. But I will tell you this, if there's a few things that you can start tracking in your business just to pay attention to what you are not doing, it may help your business long term. So if you're ready to get a little bit more consistency in your business, you want to keep things going, moving forward, then grab the My Ecom Planner so that you can make your adjustments starting now. It's March. It's early March. So you got March, April, May, June, July, August before we start getting into the Q4 stuff. You can also get a free planner if you sign up for the eCom Sellers Academy. We still have an offer for 25% off. So you can get off 25% off of the lifetime membership, and you get a free planner if you sign up for the lifetime membership. So go and grab that. All you have to do is put in 25 OFF ESA and you'll get a free planner once you join. So step 1, either get your own planner, or step 2, join eCom Sellers Academy as a lifetime member and type in 25% off and you'll get a discounted rate on the lifetime membership. And then last but not least, I do want to mention our e-commerce planning sessions that we do every single, well, not every single day, Monday through Saturday. We have daily sessions, and then we also have weekly. The weekly session is on Saturday morning. It's also available to you on Clubhouse. So you can go to Clubhouse and go grab the weekly session there. You can also grab some of the daily sessions on Clubhouse. In addition to that, we do a monthly session where we do monthly planning. The next month we'll be planning for is April, and that we'll do that the last Sunday of the month. So the last Sunday in March is when we will plan for April. And we just want to invite you to come and hang out with us. Start getting more organized in your business, start building some traction around the things that are going to help you scale your business or move your business forward, or just, you know, get consistent about some stuff. Maybe you're not consistently listing. If nothing else, get that going. So I hope that that is helpful for you all. I hope that you'll check those things out. I hope you'll come back and look at those. So let me pull this back and go over here. So is there anything else, Kelly, that we want to add, tell, share that I may not have thought of?
Just get ready for spring. Spring is right around the corner. I mean, the weather's been beautiful here in Texas.
Yeah.
So
they're trying to scare us with another potential freeze.
What?
I'm like, what? No. I don't know if it's going to be a real freeze or a fake freeze. I don't know, but we're just like, we're not having it. Let's just tell you, the Texans are not having it. So we're not interested. Take that somewhere else. All right. All right. With that being said, my name is Nicole Whitlock. This is the awesome, the beautiful Miss Kelly, the eCom Mom Ward. This is the eCom Sellers Podcast. We do this every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We invite you to come back, hang out with us. We would love to be able to help you on your e-commerce journey. We'd love to be able to bless you in your business. So come check it out. Share this out with a friend, and we hope to see you next week. We're going to say goodbye for now. Bye, y'all.